Yes. Welcome to another episode of Karat Juice. I am your host, Monte Lee. It's been a great journey thus far in this foray into the audio space, and I just want to say that I thank you for the support. I am glad that you guys have been staying locked in and tuned in to what we have going on here with the show. So I just want to say thank you for the support. If you haven't already, make sure that you hit a like on the video, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Other than that, if you are just listening, share this podcast with someone that you would feel would enjoy it. And also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Anything that you can do in regards to that is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Okay, so I want to get right. Oh, before I do that, I have a new acronym for all of this. Just BMW, okay? So that stands for kind of having a brain fart here. Build. Yeah, I'm kind of like at a loss for words right now, but I had the acronym. Maybe I'll find it later. But yeah, just support, help me. I have enjoyed what we have going on here. Let's keep it going. So the first topic that I wanted to talk about today has to do with Kyrie Irving. If you don't know who Kyrie Irving is, he's an amazing basketball player. He's a wizard with the basketball, widely renowned and known as one of the greatest ball handlers in NBA history. In my opinion, he is the greatest dribbler of the basketball in NBA history. And this podcast is going to be coming out on Tuesday, June 2nd. And on May 31st, Kyrie Irving of the Brooklyn Nets won a basketball game against the Boston Celtics in Boston. And at the end of the contest, Kyrie Irving had a water bottle hurled at his head while he was walking out of the tunnel. So this article comes courtesy of TMZ, and Kyrie Irving was the target of another idiot fan Sunday night who almost beamed the baller in the head with the water bottle. And this time the culprit was arrested. So this is according to, I just have a little snippet here from The Jump on ESPN where they talk about this issue. So stay tuned, fair use. Oh, well, I guess I don't have audio with that, but another mind, like I see the video here and literally somebody's throwing a water bottle at Kyrie Irving's head. Very disrespectful. It looks like the fan, who is a 21-year-old named Cole Buckley, has been charged with assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. Yeah, it was a water bottle, but this is crazy. He was wearing a Garnett jersey. Caucasian fellow who threw a water bottle at Kyrie Irving's head while he was walking out of the tunnel. So the disrespect between the players and the fans recently in the NBA has gotten out of hand, and I don't understand why there is so much vitriol between the two parties when it comes to what's going on in the NBA right now. I love the NBA. I've been a huge fan of the NBA for years, and I don't understand why someone would feel it would be appropriate to hurl something at one of the NBA players just because you're sad or having a bad day. I think it's very disrespectful. and it doesn't embody what the NBA represents. I feel like there's a lot of people who are jealous of these men because of the status that they have in life and how much money that they make. And they're taking it out on them in a public place because they feel that the players are being ungrateful, where there's other people in other professions who make tons of money who don't get disrespected in that way. I feel like as a man and as a person, as a human being, you need to treat people with a certain level of decorum and respect. And that's being tested, to say the least, through these past incidents that have happened recently in the NBA with these ball players. So what I would say is, if you're angry about your life and what you have going on, don't go to the NBA games. Watch them from home, in your mom's basement, and eat on the Cheetos that you were going to eat on, and keep that hate and that anger there, because it has no place in the NBA. So I stand with the players in this instance. I know a lot of people hate on them and they make a ton of money, but it's never been in my DNA to be a hater of somebody just because they make a lot of money. So that's what I have to say about that incident. I didn't want to go too far into it. Moving on with the program, I wanted to talk about this new article that actually came out with a Dr. Dubrow, who's a star of the Botched series. And in the article, Dr. Terry Dubrow warns that the Brazilian butt lift is dangerous and there are alternatives. So this article is according to TMZ as well. And I've been saying this for years. There's been an uptick due to the popularity of the Kim Kardashians and the like, of a lot of women going and getting these Brazilian butt lift surgeries, where they pretty much take fat from other parts of their body and put it in their bum regions. And come to find out, who knew? It's very dangerous. So Dr. Dubrow goes on to say, he says, folks who want a bigger butt need to work their ass off in the gym instead of opting for a popular surgical procedure that actually has a good chance of killing you. So I'll play some of the audio snippet from this interview and then I'll react to it.
Talking about lifting a butt, why is that so dangerous?
And also, the thing I was thinking is that the Brazilian butt lift has been around for a long time.
Explain the danger here.
It's extraordinarily dangerous. It turns out it's the most dangerous, not only plastic surgery procedure, it's the most dangerous operation there is with the highest fatality rate. And I'll tell you why. You take fat from one part of your body, typically the abdomen, you process it, and you inject in the buttock. Sounds easy, right? The problem is there's these very small little veins in the buttock that lead directly to the vena cava, which is the major blood vessel that brings blood back from your body to your heart, to your lungs. If you get fat in those little vessels and it gets in the main vena cava and goes to your lungs, it's over. It's the most fatal operation there is. And I would advise there are other ways to get a full buttock besides that.
If it's the deadliest operation, period, are they giving warnings when they do this to people? I mean, are people adequately being informed about the dangers here?
Not in my opinion. Now, last year, before the pandemic, an international task force was gathered to warn all of Europe that this is such a dangerous operation. And in this country, the American Society of Plastic Surgeons started to talk about it. They sent out a few articles about it, and then everybody pretty much ignored it. But listen, it's super dangerous. You can do it in the gym. There are safe fillers to do it. I recommend people back away from Brazilian butt lifts.
Okay, so that's that. And I found that very interesting because I've been saying this for years. Anything that is worth having, you should work for. You shouldn't expect to get it easily. And I feel like with these Brazilian butt lifts, all of these cosmetic surgeries that a lot of women are going to get, at the end of the day, I've never seen a guy say, you know what? I really, really am attracted to women who don't look natural in any way. Natural is the way to go. These comic proportions that some of these people are trotting out here with is not for men. I feel it's more women trying to impress and one up themselves, when come to find out, men are not even really vibing with that. And at the end of the day, most of the time, women want to look appealing and, beautiful to men. So it's kind of a weird what's going on as far as just how much surgery. And there was also a story that came out maybe a month or so ago about Tekashi 6ix9ine's ex-girlfriend or ex-wife or whatever, and how she went over to Brazil to get a Brazilian butt lift, a BBL, and she had serious complications, and she was in critical care and was over there for over a month getting treatment because she had some kind of reaction to the procedure. So this is a warning out there. Be careful. Do you want that big butt so much that you're willing to jeopardize your health just so you can walk around looking like a hippopotamus?
You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. Do you realize that? You fucking crazy, man.
So there is a lot of, what's the word? There is a lot of people saying, oh, it's fine and everything out here. But I am just trying to warn women that there are better alternatives, hence the gym, to get the body that you actually want. Because in my opinion, somebody that actually works for it in the gym, it just looks better. It's going to show better. It's going to age better over time. So be warned. It's better to get it naturally than to do those weird BBLs. Okay. So before we move forward, we are going to take a break. Got a message from the sponsor, and then we'll be right back. Okay. All right. And we're back. So this week, in what I wish I knew when I was 17. So before we get started, I wanted to say,
welcome, welcome, welcome. Take me to your leader. Oh, wait, I am your leader.
I don't know why I did that. I'm playing around with a soundboard and trying to figure out more stuff about it. So this week in things I wish I knew when I was 17. When I was 17, I would tell myself, hey, don't take someone out on dates that you can't afford. When I was 17, I didn't know that much about finances. I still was trying to figure myself out and figure out what I really liked. And what I would tell myself is, don't go out on a date that you can't afford, because I had experiences like this in the past. For example, I would ask a young lady out, go out on a date. And have you ever been on a date and went out to like a taco joint? And on that particular day, it was a deal. It was like $2 tacos. It was a special for burgers, something like that. You invite the girl out for that specific reason, right? So you sit down, you're feeling good, and the waiter comes by and asks, what do you want to drink? Well, I'm 17, so water, of course, right? So you do that, okay? The waters come out, you're talking, you're kikiing, you're having a good time, right? So eventually it comes time to actually order food. And you order tacos, right? Because in your mind, you're like, hey, that's why we came here. We came here for tacos, right? So it becomes her time to pick something to eat, right? So you go and she orders spaghetti. She orders lasagna. She orders lobster. And all the while, your mind and what you're thinking, you're like, bruh, that's not with the program. I mean, I came here for the $2 tacos. I didn't come here to pay for lobster. So you get to the point in the date where you're like, well, I guess I am a mathematician because I'm trying to figure out all these ways how I'm going to get this to clear. I came here, I got like $38.14 in my account. I thought we was going to be having $2 tacos. So I ordered 3 tacos. Cool. I figured, yeah, she ain't going to order nothing more than, a couple of tacos, maybe a drink. And before you know it, she's like, let me get the hams, yams, potatoes, tomatoes. And I'm just like,
Fatality.
My bank account's done. My bank account is not going to survive. She ordered the lobsters, the hams, the yams, the tomatoes, the potatoes. And meanwhile, she's like,
Got him! Got him!
So, word to the wise, young man. Never take a lady out on a date that you can't afford at that time, because she will not order according to the menu. She's going to order exactly what's not on the menu. So, word to the wise. If you don't got the money, if you can't pay for the entire meal without a special, don't listen to Shia.
Do it!
No, don't listen to Shia. Don't do it, is what I would say. So, yeah, that's been another segment of things that I wish I knew when I was 17. And before we come and wrap up the show, we have another message from the sponsor, and then we will be right back. Okay. So lastly, I wanted to talk about Jay Cutler and Kristen Cavallari. I was a big fan of their show, Very Cavallari. Kristen Cavallari, if you don't know, she was in Laguna Beach back in the day. Very popular. And of course, Jay Cutler was a pretty good quarterback for the Chicago Bears for some years. Well, they had a show, Very Cavallari, and in that show, it documented their life, but mostly Kristen Cavallari's, journey with her lifestyle brand, clothing brand, lifestyle brand, Uncommon James, named after her brother who passed away. So I was looking at TMZ, like I often do, and I saw an article. So the article was entitled, Jay Cutler allegedly dragging out divorce because he wants half of Kristen Cavallari's company. Jay Cutler, Kristen Cavallari divorce, hold up. I want half of her company. Wow. Oh, have the tables have turned. So often in today's day and age, I feel like there's a big push with equality and with making sure everybody gets equal pay and making sure that people's voices are being heard no matter what creed you are. Black, white, female, male, purple, yellow, no matter what. Equality, right? So usually, though, when there's a divorce, usually there's a disparity between the amount of money that each side brings. So usually in that case, there's a male who has more money, who has more assets. And during the divorce, it's usually the female who gets half and obtains a lot of wealth. Let's talk about it. Bezos, Mackenzie Bezos, I think she got like what? A lot of Amazon stock. I think she ended up getting like 50 billion or something like that. Now we have in today's day and age, and just came down the pike, Bill Gates and Melinda Gates. She's going to get a hefty chunk of funds off of that divorce. And in this instance here, I'll just read the article and let you guys decide. So this article published by TMZ on May 29th states, Kristen Cavallari and Jay Cutler seem to be moving along nicely with their divorce, but it's stalling. And we're told it's because he wants a piece of her company. Sources close to the ex-couple tell TMZ the reason it's taken a while to finalize their divorce is because Jay's seeking 50% ownership of Uncommon James, Kristen chic jewelry and apparel line. Okay, what's the problem? So we're told Cutler's insisting he should get a stake in Uncommon James because Kristen launched it while they were married and well before he filed for divorce in April 2020. I don't see the problem. I feel like that's equality, right? She started the company when they were married. I watched the show. According to the show, Jay helped out. He came to some of the stuff that she was opening up with and all that. All while they're married, she had this going on. You get half, right? When she married him, she had some success doing Laguna Beach, but he was a star quarterback for the Chicago Bears, and his net worth was like 10 times hers when she married him. So I don't see the problem there. Half is half, fair is fair. So you're going to have to give up half of that company. You're going to have to give up half of that company. Yeah, I don't. Because if the tables were turned and he had a very prosperous company, you know who would be in divorce court asking for half? You. So, yeah, I'm just not with the double standards. I'm not with people, choosing equality when it only suits or fits them. So I'm going to go on and continue with the article. So the article goes on to say, our sources say Kristen doesn't feel she owes him anything for Uncommon James. However, because she says Jay didn't put any of his own money into the company, she claims she funded it and is pushing back hard. Whoa. It's not the case. If you're married and you start the thing when you're married, any money that you put into any endeavor is our money, correct? When you're married, you're a union. Anything that you buy, he buys, and vice versa. So that is not a valid argument. You can't trump equality and all that when it suits you. But in a situation like this where it doesn't benefit you, because yes, you did start this company, but you were married. So you know what? You guys started that company at that time, and he is entitled to have. No, that's not how it works. So I'm all about equality. I'm all about fair choice, but I'm all about it happening on both ends. If in this situation, you created this company while you guys were together, okay, you use funds that were both of you guys' assets because you were married. That means he's entitled to have. Let's not try to revert this narrative, make it a different narrative. No, in these situations, like same thing, like what it would be if it was on the other end. That man is entitled to half of that company. She is going to be salty, but that is the way that it goes. And yeah, he got him. So let me go on to finish this right here. So the article goes on to conclude, whether or not that's true, we do know Cutler was at the opening of Cavallari's Chicago location for support because it was featured on her reality show. So it was reported. And after the divorce filing last year, things got contentious between Kristen and Jay for a while, but they seemingly worked it all out, agreeing to 50-50 custody of their 3 kids. They even hinted they were getting close again in January, but that has stopped once they found out he was coming for half of that company. Yep.
Denied.
So I will say this, use this as a learning lesson. Be careful on who you form a union with. Make sure that the person is in it for the right reasons. Even if it could have been for right reasons initially, you have to make sure that the person has your best interest at heart, because it could end up being a situation like this where you're bickering over assets and things like that, which could get murky. So with that being said, that's been another episode of Karat Juice. I'm trying to keep these things concise and clear. I appreciate all the support that everybody has been given to me, and I feel encouraged to continue with this. I'm going to be posting more content. I'm going to be posting more like YouTube videos and things like that, because I'm finding that thing interesting in this audio space. I'm recording this on a whole new mixer. This is the Zoom PodTrack P8. So let me know if the things are sounding buttery smooth. I like the way it's sounding, and I like the features that I have in this. So yeah. With that being said, hug somebody, love somebody. Happy Memorial Day. Oh, and that's what I want to say. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you for all of the men and women of all, socioeconomic statuses, races, backgrounds, who have served, died for this country. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your service. Thank you for paying the ultimate cost so us Americans, all of us, could have the liberties that we have to do what we do and to live life. Thank you so much for all that you do. We remember you on this day. I'm recording this on Memorial Day. And with that being said, it's been real. I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I will speak to you guys next week.